So this is the 5th consecutive red day for the NASDAQ market, and should you be worried? What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. Let's go ahead and talk about this. We brought this up during our live session today, and I wanted to make sure that you guys understood the importance of pullbacks. If we look at this is NASDAQ's QQQ, which is the 1-for-1 ETF, and I zoomed out on the day chart so you can see the bigger picture. A lot of people, a lot of beginners, I would assume, that have not really experienced pullbacks. Maybe you started trading 4, maybe 6 months ago. And even then, right? The market's been incredibly bullish. Normally during bull markets, it's much easier to make money when going long. With that being said, the market goes through these cycles, and this is not anything new. I'll even zoom out to the week chart, and you can see that there are these series of market cycles where we have bull runs and we have pullbacks. We have bull runs and we have pullbacks. But even during these bull runs, again, going back to that day, the day chart, you can see that even during those bull runs, we see little pullbacks along the way. And these pullbacks tend to happen almost every 4 to 6 months. Pullbacks are healthy. Even investors, big investors, people with a lot more money than you and I, they get excited during pullbacks because guess what? They get to buy the current companies that they're currently invested in for a much better deal. But that means that they have to allocate capital on the sidelines and that they're not fully invested at all-time highs. Now, this is why I love talking about overbought levels, because the idea of locking in profits or reducing position size shouldn't be the end of the world, but it should really just excite you because, okay, if we are overbought as we have been for the past 4 to 6 months, after this strong rally, what if the market does begin to pull on back and work its way back down to the moving average? Well, then guess what? Most likely, most of big tech will pull on back, and that means that we can buy those stocks for a much better price. Yes, long term, the market is more bullish than it is bearish. As you can see, we can zoom out on the week chart and see that overall, the market tends to grow over a long period of time, which is why it should be exciting, because when the markets do pull on back and we see these little these are more like corrections, right? When they drop more than 20% from previous all-time highs. But as of right now, from all we know, this looks like a pullback. And as it begins to pull on back, what I love to remind our beginner traders is that relax. This is part of the market cycle, and it tends to happen every 4 to 6 months. Now, a correction tends to happen almost every, I would say, year to 2 years. And again, I want to show you this. What I mean by correction is a correction technically is labeled as when the stock itself or the market itself pulls back more than 20% from its previous all-time high. So like what we experienced from 2022 all the way down to 2023, that was a really strong correction. That wasn't necessarily a pullback, but we dropped 30%. That was recession territory. The cool thing about that is that, well, for all those that locked in profits over here and were able to stay cash and begin to buy down here, then guess what? The markets always tend to recover, at least based in history, and they make money as the market recovers. Now the market has made new highs, and we are now overbought based off of recent patterns. So now we're going through this new cycle. It's not the end of the world. Yes, there's some uncertainty. Inflation isn't going down. The war, overseas, if things might get worse with that. And then also this overall presidential election, right? Yes, things might get choppy, but guess what? If you are at least decent about understanding these market cycles, and as long as you are okay with having enough money on the sidelines that if markets do pull on back, that you can take advantage of those opportunities, then I wouldn't really sweat it, right? The only people that freak out when the market begins to pull on back are those that simply did not prepare, right? So when the market pulls on back, just a reminder, a lot of people get very excited because, again, just like Warren Buffett said, buy when people are fearful and sell when people are greedy. Understand overbought and oversold levels. And again, keep it simple. Focus on your high quality stocks that you want to buy and hold when markets do recover. And again, the company that I'm personally going to be the most focused in is NVIDIA. I love NVIDIA, but I think it's very overvalued based off of recent hype. But as it pulls on back, that's the one that I would love to buy more of. You guys let me know down in the comment section what stock, if the market does pull on back, you would like to load up on as it begins to recover. I appreciate your time. I hope that it earned a thumbs up. And again, don't forget to subscribe. I upload new videos every single day. And I also trade live right at market open. If you're an absolute beginner and you deal better with being able to trade in the stock market by watching other people do, then click that second link in the description down below and you can watch me trade live as soon as tomorrow. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below and I'd love to answer it for you. Take care, team.